Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. Today is October 26th, and this is your aftermarket update. All right, it's been a few days since we've done a video here. There just hasn't been a lot to talk about. In fact, as many of you know, or you may not know, we started a TopstepTrader combine on Monday of this week. It was a $50,000 combine. We're trading crude oil only. That is one of the rules that we applied here for this particular combine. We also said that we were going to have a $650 a day loss limit. So we have not gotten close, even though we've not had a winning day coming into today. We had not even gotten close to that loss limit. In fact, in this email that you are watching this video, and there's an email that accompanies this video, or if it's posted on the website, I'll put a link to the email, and you will be able to see the statistics coming into today. We were down... let's see, Monday, I was down 5.5 ticks per contract times 2 contracts. I was down 2 ticks per contract. I think 2.5 ticks on Tuesday. I was down a little bit more on Wednesday, and then I had a mistake where I left an order on the chart on my price ladder. I'd gotten up. I was sort of frustrated by the way that the market had been moving. I got up, walked away, came back, and that order had filled, and I ended up losing additional ticks on that particular day. So all in all, it was kind of a bumpy ride until we get to today. Today started out a little bit kind of choppy and bumpy as well. I'm going to show you what I'm referring to. If you look here, this is Thursday's trade. This is basically the end of the trading day on Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. And so prior to coming into the session open, in fact, we could bring this out to, let's see, about right here. This is about 8:15, 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. You had a low on Tuesday and a high on Tuesday. And so we just went back to Monday and measured the high to low for the entire week. There was 107 total ticks of movement on this particular week. And so if you think about the CL, a really active day could be a range of 120, 130, 140 ticks. Going back a couple years ago, those ranges were as big as 250 ticks. We have had an entire range this week of 107 ticks going in to today's session. And really for the better part of our session in here today, it was also very low. But if you take this here and you measure the high, we did range expand just a little bit today, but it's still a very narrow 117 total ticks for the week. So those make for choppy trading conditions. Doesn't matter what type of system that you're trading. Even scalpers have difficulty with this time trying to pick the place to get this thing going in the right direction. The point of that is this. We did take a losing trade to start the morning here today. We then finally, as you know, we look for kick the signal, pay the target. Today we kicked our daily structure signal down here, and the target was up here at 41. And we were actually hanging on for a little bit bigger move. In fact, we were talking in the trade room today about if all heck were to break loose, that we could make it as high as 52.85, which is where your market structure target is. Those are your overnight levels. We ended up today, the market ended up stopping at a revision target. So if you close these for just a second and you look at this final revision signal and where the market kind of closed out today, you can see it ran right up into this 68, 69 area. And so if you're wondering why these levels were changing, they are dynamic in nature. These particular types of levels are dynamic in nature, and they provide you with some context and structure. And as the market kind of rallied up in there today, 68 was where, right at the close, is where the market ran to today. What we did, though, we were able to take advantage, finally, of one of our moves. We did get long down here at 96. Our market structure signal was down here at 96. Once we popped through and came back over the top, we looked to get long here. We're trying to carry it up to the market structure target. In fact, I get trail stopped out right here at this area here. I got stopped out to the tick. We were talking about potentially taking a target maybe up at 55 up here, which it ultimately got to. But the bottom line is today we were finally able to get to that trade where we could let the winners run. Now, here's the important part of all of this. I just told you we had 3 losing days in a row, and had I not fat-fingered the keyboard for another 22 and a half tick, 11 ticks or 12 ticks per contract, really 24 ticks worth of loss. This one trade today would have erased 3 losing days with one single trade, right? So we talk about in here all of the time, cut the losers short, let the winners run. And when you can do that, you can get wrong. You can be wrong a lot and still be right. Our entry today at 96 trail stopped us out at 34. So 51.96 was the long, 52.34 was the trail stop. That is 38 ticks times 2 lots. That is $760. We took a 16 tick, 8 ticks per contract loser earlier in the session. So at net positive was $600. I'm down 11 ticks on my combine after one single trade. So again, the whole power of what we do in here is we cut the losers short and let the winners run. We were able to erase, totally erase 3 losing days and almost be positive here had I not had a keyboard error. But again, I did, and that counts, and so I have to deal with it. But the point of all of that is that in these narrow, choppy markets, you're going to have some difficult times. It really doesn't matter what trading system you're using. There aren't many trading systems that are ideal and thrive in choppy trading conditions. That's a fact. And so when you are open to letting the move run, letting those winners run, and you're open to be receptive when it does happen, then when it does happen for you, you can correct a lot of mistakes leading into that. So we are in day 4 of our combine. We had a nice winning day. The statistics will be accompanying this video on the webpage, and you'll be able to review those statistics. And we'll see what happens when we resume our trading again the next time. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you watch that trade of the day. It was about an hour and a half long. I've cut it down into pieces. It ends up I've cut this hour and a half long trade, sped it up, put some music behind it. At last, you'll be able to watch the majority and get the real sense of what we did in about a minute and 45 seconds. So without further ado, here is that OTG trade of the day. Hit but no fill, 96, hit but no fill. That's your MS signal. Hit but no fill at 96 and at 96. Stop is 6 ticks to 90. Previous session low is what, 89 maybe? Previous session low is 89. Stop is 88. Stop is 88 here. All right, so you saw that we got trail stopped on this little swing back to the downside right here. Market then continues to rally. And as we go through the balance of the day, it does end up at 50.72. Now, what we had talked about, again, is maybe getting up to 52.85. They got up to 52.72, and we'll see what happens as the session rolls into tomorrow. So again, as always, I want to say thank you for spending time watching the videos here at the Oil Trading Group. And until next time, I want to wish you good luck and good trading.